Chromebooks are great computers for a lot of different uses, but the best Chromebooks for students single out a few particular features in addition to an easy-to-use computing experience for less. In this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best Chromebook for students in this year. I made this list based on products' features, online popularity, consumers' reviews, brand reputation, prices and more. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Number 1. ASUS Chromebook Flip C214. The ASUS Chromebook Flip C214 is the best Chromebook for understudies since it gives a magnificent involvement with a conservative, strong bundle. The 11.6-inch screen is anything but difficult to find in a wide cluster of points, even in direct Florida daylight, and the zinc amalgam pivot permits you to turn the screen around 360 degrees into tent or tablet mode varying. A 2-in-1 Chromebook permits your understudy to associate with exercises and substance any way they need, with the console and mouse or straightforwardly with the touchscreen. There's additionally the alternative for a C214 with an implicit pointer for the individuals who have issues contacting more modest touch targets precisely, an incredible consideration. I've loved the value of a pointer for accuracy tapping in tablet mode and when I'm perusing webcomics while eating fine bites, which is the thing that I use it for regularly. The C214 endures around 10 hours on a solitary charge, which means it should last the entire school day and some schoolwork before you have to search out a charger. Like most present-day Chromebooks, the C214 utilizes a 45W power delivery charger, which means regardless of whether your child loses or breaks the in-box charger, you can discover a substitution charger effectively and reasonably. There are likewise USB-C ports on each side of the C214, alongside one USB-A port and a micro SD space to help grow the 32 GB of capacity the C214 accompanies. The micro SD opening in favor of this model is recessed, dodging inadvertent launch, yet the edges are etched so a clothespin edge is the ideal size for embeddings and shooting cards. As a nail-biter, this little bliss addresses the meticulousness ASUS has taken with the rough, dependable C214. No doubt, there's just 32 GB of interior stockpiling here and just 4 GB of RAM, however 4 GB of RAM is sufficient for homework, examination, and Twitch streams, schoolwork. 32 GB of capacity could get confined when introducing huge loads of Android applications, however for generally rudimentary and center schoolers, it ought to be all that could possibly be needed. The sides of the Chromebook have rubber-treated edges and the external shell is secured with non-slip surfaces that are scratch-safe. The console is spill-safe and the ports are strengthened, as well, so ideally, it ought to have the option to withstand a couple of long periods of bedlam with your kid. Number 2. Lenovo Flex 5 Chromebook and best for high school. The Lenovo Flex 5 Chromebook is the best and incentive in Chromebooks today since it presents pretty much all the highlights you'd need in an average-size Chromebook without costing an entire semester of stipend. This PC is genuinely not exactly an inch greater than the ASUS C214, yet it has a lot bigger 13.3-inch 1080p touchscreen, an illuminated console, and decent noisy speakers. You additionally get an all the more impressive Intel Core processor rather than a Celeron, and you get more inner stockpiling for running Linux applications or downloading Disney Plus motion pictures for when you're exhausted in study corridor. This PC hasn't been ruggedized and life-sealed like the C214, however the Lenovo Flex 5 is ideal for a more established child for what it's worth for some grown-ups. You get an agreeable, equally illuminated console for late-night procrastinated ventures and a couple of huge, forward-looking speakers on either side to prop the adjusts while you work. The port design here is a match to the C214, 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, a micro SD space, and an earphone jack, yet you should be more delicate on this PC on the off chance that you need it to last you its full 8 years of Chrome OS refreshes. The battery here should last you an entire school day and schoolwork, and energizing it back shouldn't take excessively long with the in-box 45W PD charger. Relatively few families have Wi-Fi 6 switches, and much less schools do, however you should in any case improve Wi-Fi solidness with it, and the equivalent can be said of Bluetooth 5.0 for your earphones or Bluetooth mouse. On the off chance that there's a disadvantage to the Flex 5 other than it not being kid-sealed, it's that it's a shiny new model and has been exceptionally elusive in stock. On the off chance that you can discover it, your high schooler will thank you for getting them extraordinary compared to other Chromebooks for understudies and grown-ups the same. Number 3. Asus Chromebook Flip C434. This is the upgrade pick in Out Rundown. There are a lot of incredible Chromebooks out there nowadays, yet the most super groundbreaking Chromebooks will in general forfeit battery life for crude force that you simply needn't bother with more often than not. The Chromebook Flip C434 is incredible enough for my all-day outstanding task at hand, however it can in any case last the entire day and look great doing it. With a brilliant 14-inch screen and premium aluminum lodging, this is a machine that is as yet compact enough to pull each day, however large enough for split screening your exploration and your paper, or your schoolwork and your number one Twitch decoration. The illuminated console is incredible for long evenings of turning out research projects in faintly lit libraries. The M3 processor can keep 20 to 30 tabs open at a time and handle Linux and Android applications easily, and keeping in mind that 4 GB of RAM was all that anyone could need for the C434 that I utilized, more RAM is marvelous, and I'm glad to see the 8 GB models more accessible now than they were the previous summer. Asus has a more current and beefier model in the Asus C436, however I actually suggest the C434 for understudies in light of the fact that while the C436 is all the more remarkable, it is likewise double the cost. Battery life on the C436 is normal again, subsequent to dispatching with a bug that stumbled battery life, yet I wouldn't confide in it to last a whole school day on a solitary charge. There are still i5 models of the C434 out there to be found, and at lower costs than the C436. Number 4. Best Chrome Tablet for Education, Asus Chromebook Tablet. Chrome tablets bode well for more youthful understudies, as they're lighter, simpler to get with more modest hands, and most training models have a pointer for doodling or tapping ceaselessly at instruction games. On the off chance that your youngster needs to play a few games, observe a few recordings, and do some perusing or drawing, a tablet is the best fit, and you can match it with a Bluetooth console once they're mature enough to require more genuine composing. I couldn't imagine anything better than to point you towards the best Chrome OS tablet available today, the 10-inch Lenovo Chromebook Duet. However, tragically, the Duet doesn't have any hardcore cases accessible right now, and it's not ruggedized enough to withstand the maltreatment a more youthful understudy would deliver upon it. Fortunately, there are a couple of moderate Chromebook tablets planned explicitly for the homeroom and more youthful understudies. I like the Asus Chromebook tablet since it accompanies a pointer and is an all the more notable brand with a superior tradition of help. It just accompanies one USB-C port and no USB-A ports, not that a more youthful kid should utilize those regularly, yet you actually have an earphone jack and a micro SD opening for extending the 32 GB of inward stockpiling, two highlights that the Lenovo Duet needs. It's not the most impressive Chromebook gadget around, but rather it's the ideal level for more youthful evaluation schoolers and the broad strength principles that Asus holds it to guarantee that it should hold up to the bedlam of a more youthful client, and as much as they show it a fundamental degree of care. Number 5. Best Value, Lenovo Chromebook C340. The Lenovo Chromebook C340, otherwise called the C340-11, was our general best Chromebook until the Flex 5 came out. It's as yet our number one smaller Chromebook. It includes a similar processor and RAM as our general pick, the Asus C214, and it even has the choice for 64 GB of capacity, which is incredible news for more seasoned understudies who will introduce a great deal of applications or downloading music and films for disconnected review. On the off chance that you can manage this Chromebook not being kid-sealed the way the more training-centered models are, the C340-11 can be an incredible method to get a trustworthy, dependable Chromebook without blowing your spending plan. This has been my essential PC throughout recent months, and whether I'm attempting to blast out a snappy case assortment on the lounge chair or thinking of one of my articles in the shade at Epcot, this small deer never allows me to down. The battery will last all day except if you're generally on max splendor, and still, at the end of the day, you'll normally get 6 hours, and keeping in mind that it's not rubber-treated or ruggedized, it'll accept day-by-day mileage. This Chromebook has demonstrated extremely famous. Amazon can scarcely keep it in stock, particularly the charming sand pink variant, and most different retailers consistently sell out, also. On the off chance that you can discover a C340-11, particularly a 64 GB model, don't stand by excessively long, flicker and they'll be no more.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the video. If you found the video helpful, please remember to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.